Big Blue Thumb Productions presents the Podlie Podcast. Here's your hosts, Podlie Bill, Podlie Cliff, and Podlie Paul. Well, we're here. Can you believe it?
Where are we? What do you mean?
This is called the Podlie Podcast. It's like episode 200, apparently. It took us a while to get to this episode.
When was 199?
Feels like 3 years ago.
1999.
199 and 1999.
James,
Good morning, everybody. I haven't said that in a long time either.
Yeah, so the audio levels should be good because I set them all last night.
Yeah, I don't know because I moved the microphone.
They should be good. So anyway,
it's just that I'm a loud talker. I don't want to beat anybody's ears in or something.
We're back, kinda. We're
here.
back. No, we are back.
We're in a different location. We're trying out a couple different locations, and the other thing that you can see is we're trying to make this look a little more professional. So rather than just one camera staring at us the whole time,
the theory is that we're not very professional, so we're trying to make it look a little bit more.
That's why we bought plants.
Yeah. So that's why we've got plants. Looks like we have a few people watching us right now. I see a few viewers up there on this Saturday morning.
Nice.
And you can see also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So that's a big thing for us in 2026.
Look at that. That's
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And this,
guys, do it right now, please, please, please. We would very much appreciate all the help we can get.
And by the way, behind us, that's Cliff's backyard. That's just a webcam from his backyard. So
I wish.
Green drop, Cliff. Green drop, buddy.
I wish.
He likes to have it. And we should also say that, hey, we have somebody who's helping us out here today. We have James, who is off camera, who is switching all these cameras
James.
for us. And there's
the switch right
there's the switch happening right now. There we are. We have close-up cameras and everything. So at home,
everything.
Everybody who's watching can go, ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah, look.
Yeah, look at this.
Cool.
These guys look professional now.
There you go. Like I said, we're not professional. We just look that way now. So that's awesome.
That's right.
That's right. So, wow, Bill, normally you ask us how we're doing. This time you were so busy being professional.
When was 199, you guys? When was 199? Was that October?
October, November, maybe November-ish, somewhere. I don't remember.
If anybody new who's joining us, what 199 is referring to is that we've done 199 podcasts. And this is our 200.
This is number 200 right now.
Yeah.
And feel free to comment. Like I said, I can see there's people watching, so jump into the comments and we can see them as they pop up.
For those of you who don't know as well, you guys can look into all 199 prior podcasts. If you haven't heard us before, seen us before, this is our 200th podcast. You can absolutely do the deep dive in for all of the 199s before as well.
And they're on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
But we made a kind of a conscious decision as a group here that for 2026 we're moving just to YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why if you're tuning into YouTube going right now and going, I was trying to see you on Facebook, but I didn't see you. We're not on Facebook.
Right.
Today.
And we're going to stay that way.
We still have our Facebook page.
Right.
But which will always be there. That will provide all sorts of info and allow you to comment on things and stuff as well. But it just means we just made the decision that we're only going to stream live to YouTube because that's kind of the platform that works best for these.
And the thing is that Facebook, I think in the past has just sort of all of a sudden decided, especially with the pages, they've decided that they're just going to discontinue or degrade certain features and everything else. And I think YouTube is I don't know. I think they're pretty stable, I'm guessing. So
I think Facebook doesn't allow for as much reach as I think as it used to. I think. You know,
maybe, but I think Cliff was right. They're making changes and stuff with the platform, and I think YouTube is more beneficial for us. And as it says on the bottom of the screen, if you haven't subscribed or you're just joining us today for the first time on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. There's a little bell. I think it's called the notification bell. You click that, and it'll notify you when we're coming up. So we're going to be getting back to you as well fairly shortly to when we're going to be doing our regular podcast. We kind of had it set, but I have run into a little bit of glitches. I mentioned to the guys this morning, so we'll have a discussion after the show's over. But I noticed we have more people now watching than we've had on a Monday night.
Oh, nice.
So that's really good.
Nice.
Having said all that, so how's your guys' months been? A few months been.
How's a few months been? Yeah. See,
Can't say, how was the week?
Yeah. Normally Bill says, how was the week? And that's what I was teasing him about. Yeah. Well, I'm just coming off my annual. I seldom ever get sick, but the last couple of years I've gotten a little bit of a cold.
I don't know you're sick.
Just as it was almost like a 24-hour thing.
Kind of a head cold thing or chest?
No, just head cold thing. And then got the sniffles and then a little bit sneezes here and
If
there.
you had hair, you'd probably stay warmer.
It would probably stay warmer, right?
Keep your head warmer.
but then, yeah. So it's just the remnants of it. And then I went and saw a friend of mine play at a little private party, play some music, and of course yelling and screaming. And now it sounds like I got a terrible voice, is really bad, but it's actually because I did a little bit.
I thought maybe you were just
Cliff was at a Megadeth
some
show last night.
Extra sexy deep voice or something.
That's right, practicing the blues, man. But yeah, so it's been busy and good, and I've been looking forward to getting back to the podcast and discussing all things, whatever it is that we discuss. For those of you who don't know, who are just joining us, our podcast is called the Podlie Podcast because it's about everything and about nothing all at the same time. So it's not about anything. Like true crime podcasts are about true crime, I'm assuming.
Yes. I would hope that's what they're about, not comedy.
Not comedy. And our podcast is basically about everything. So the Podlie Podcast, the word Podlie means nothing, but that's what it's about. So
Paul?
Status quo, my friends. Status quo. Still doing the dad thing. Boy, busy with that.
Your kids are involved in sports.
I got 3 kids, 4 sports. 3 kids, 4 sports.
How does that work out?
It does not.
It does not.
It does not.
3 kids, 4 sports.
So Saturday morning, I've got 1 kid in Leduc at a volleyball. Okay, that Leduc is volleyball. Tournament as we speak. I've got another kid way on the north end of Edmonton at a basketball tournament, and I'm here. So God love you. Thank you to my folks who, wow, they do the lion's share because I got wonky hours, and you guys well know that too with radio traffic and stuff like that. I got wonky hours anyways with work, right? But love it. I just I'm looking to, maybe, I don't know. I'm looking to change. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. No, things are good. My life is kids and work. Yeah.
Nice way to be.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Bill?
Yeah, it's lots happening over the past few months. One of the biggest changes was we got a dog.
Right.
So we had a dog previously, and she passed away quite a few years back. And for those of you who have had pets or dogs, whether it be cats or dogs or whatever, they become part of the family. So once you lose it, it's tough, right? You had a tough process to decide whether or not we even wanted to have another pet. And then it was, kind of the latter part of last year, and Chai, my wife, kept saying, maybe you're ready. Maybe it's time. Maybe we should look at getting a dog again.
I talked to Chai this morning, and I said, where's Puppers?
Sometimes she comes.
Puppers is always with you guys. And I said, where's Puppers? And Chai goes, yeah, she's in her toddler phase.
She is. She's going to be 7 months old here, and she's in like a terrible 2 stage, I think, right now.
Well, they are part of the family. Yeah, they really are part of the family.
She's fun. She's very smart, as I'm sure everybody says about their dogs, but also very curious. And she is in that stage right now where she kind of goes, as you would know, Cliff, having dogs, they go through different levels, especially when you get them. When we had her since she was 8 weeks old, so as a baby, and like I said, she's going to be 7 months in early February, but she's in that stage now where it's like, oh, good, it's like a teenage stage. Now I'm going to test you. Like we've been doing really well with training and learning things, but now I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that. Like it's like she's pushing the boundaries a little bit right now.
Has she eaten any dishwasher soap pods lately?
No, she hasn't eaten any dishwasher. Pretty good. We keep that under control pretty well. So she doesn't. I don't think she's really eaten anything that she's not supposed to eat. But she tries to chew on things that she shouldn't chew on, and she's still losing some of her teeth a little bit because dogs lose their baby teeth and get their adult teeth. So part of it is still a little bit of teething. But yeah, she's in that kind of little bit of a teenage stage now where she's being a little rebellious. So even though she knows her sit commands and things, it's kind of sometimes you say sit and she looks at you like, really? You want me to sit right now? So anyway, yeah, that's probably the biggest changes that we have
I'm sure she'll be on the podcast sooner or later.
Sometime she'll probably appear.
And I assume I'm going to answer my own question by that, but I assume you talk about it's been a change. Has it been quite the change?
Oh, it's a change when it's like bringing a baby home, right? So for those first few weeks, again, having a puppy, like it's a baby. She doesn't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Right. So you're up, early at different hours at the night. And now she sleeps all night. So we don't have that issue. She's, we have her trained, so she sleeps all night. Other than, I should say, last night, for whatever decision. So she sleeps in our room, but she has her own area, like it's fenced in, and she's got her own little area and that kind of stuff. For whatever reason, at around 4 o'clock this morning, she decided to move and hop the fence and jump into bed with us. And she hasn't done that forever. And when she comes into bed, she comes to me. She's got to wake me up. So she's poking at my face and, like, come on, get up. It's time to get up.
So did you get any sleep?
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, she fell asleep in our bed for a little bit. And then I put her back in her little kennel off area. Is she? She's called a Poochon. So it's a mix between a poodle and a Bichon. So our original dog was a mix as well, a Bichon. I think it was the other one. I can't remember what the other, but anyway, so she looks kind of more poodle. She needs a haircut. So we're making that arranged. But, and again, like I said, you're a dog guy, so you know what that's.
What's funny is my dog's a big dog, right?
You have a big dog.
So, and our bed is low. I don't like a very high bed because I'm short, James.
We're all short.
No, but I'm the one he always picks on. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are giants compared to me in his mind. But so anyway, I'll be lying down and I sleep on this side sometimes, and this is the bed here, and all of a sudden I'll feel this hot breath on my face. And if I open my eyes just one little bit, he's exact level with me. I'll give me a little slurp in the morning. I'm like, go doggy breath first thing in the morning.
How old's Puppers? How old's your Puppers?
Oh, he's turning I think he's turning 11.
Yeah.
So he's older. Yeah. But he's a big guy, right?
Still spry, still giving her.
Oh yeah, yeah. But he just walks up to the bed and he's the same height. His big fat head is the same height, right? So basically, I'll be asleep and I can kind of wake up and it's like, ooh, look at the big face right there, right? And then he'll just reach out and give you a little slurp.
Yeah.
But he jumps on the bed too, like he's not.
If the breath smells like kibble, it ain't Leslie Ann, baby.
And how much does he weigh?
He's a big guy. He's 105 pounds.
He's a big
he's a big boy.
105, 110 pounds.
So ours is supposed to get around 20 some pounds ballpark when she's kind of full. I'm not sure what her
19 pounds of it is fur. Right?
Yeah, that's about it. 19 pounds is fur. So I don't think she's quite there yet, but she's definitely a lot heavier than when we first got her. And a lot heavier. I'm definitely not 105 pounds.
Not yet.
But heavier than what she was. So again, I'm looking. We got lots of people watching. So again, feel free to throw your comments in if you want to say hi to us.
And if you don't know, if you're at home, watching on television, I don't know if you know this or not, but with YouTube, if you turn your phone on, like if you go to the comments section, it'll tell you to turn on your phone if you're on the same network. So if you're at home, your Wi-Fi network, your television's running on your Wi-Fi network, so is your phone at that point. If you actually take your television remote, go to the app on YouTube and go to the comment section, it'll tell you to hook up your phone to that channel. And if you follow the instructions, basically it's just a QR code to scan the QR code. It'll take you to the same program on your phone and you can comment there. Just in case you're just watching it on TV and you don't know that, one way to do that, one way to interact with us is that you can hook up your phone to the same network.
So I'm being told by James just off to the side that it might be a little bit of a glitch there because James said he put a comment in and it's not showing up. So he's trying to figure out what's going on. Are people commenting, James? So it's just not. They're just not showing up for you guys. Oh, yeah, so we must have a bit of a technical glitch here.
James, maybe what you like, but I mean, if we decide to do so, maybe throughout the day today or the hour this morning, you can just fire off a couple of comments and periodically because sorry guys, we can't see it from where we are.
Yeah, normally we can see the comments, but apparently they are coming through, but just not to us. So we'll have to get that fixed. I noticed. James, sorry, as we have our audience watching this and we're doing a technical thing, as I look at our chat column here, there's a button up there that says show on stream. What is that?
Just click that button.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Go back to that for a second. comments will display here.
Yeah. So if you make any comment, it should display there technically. Sorry, guys. This is a learning curve for us. Normally, Bill does the switching and everything else, and it's a different system that we're using here. So I hope you, I hope you're a little patient with us as we iron out.
And I'd be curious what everybody thinks now that we have multiple cameras, and we can kind of do close-ups on people.
It was actually really great to hear James run off a bunch of names that are watching us this morning, because Jamie's been watching us forever, Laura's been watching us forever, and listening us to ever. So welcome, and thank you guys for the continued support. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
And Leslie Ann, it's good that
Leslie
you're
Ann
watching.
is wonderful.
She must be hydrated this morning.
I was just going to say, Leslie Ann, what do you have in your hand? Leslie Ann, what do you have in your hand?
Probably a coffee, but what's in it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so if you are on the stream and if you are commenting, certainly appreciate that. And just so you know, we cannot see it at the moment. We'll get this resolved, I'm sure, next time around.
We'll make sure we have it fixed. I'm not sure what's happening, but anyway, we won't bore you with all the technical stuff.
With all the technical details.
As well, friends, this is episode 200. We're not one and done, so we will be. This is going to be an ongoing thing, as it used to be. We've made a comment and a commitment to each other that this is starting today will now again be ongoing. All right.
And we'll post on the Facebook page ASAP in the next day or so here what our regular show day will be. Like I said, we just have to get that worked out, and we'll get that discussed so you know where we are.
Yeah.
And
we obviously have been on Mondays. For those of you who don't know, we've been on Mondays all this time. And it's worked okay, but we're kind of thinking maybe Monday is not the best day for all of us, and probably not the best day for most of you.
Yeah, and what we were kind of looking at too is obviously Monday nights. Some people were having other things happening, or having to leave, or step away. The one thing that I am surprised about is the fact that we are doing this in the morning and we have so many people watching, which is really good.
Which is good, yeah.
I think that's great. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
that works for all of you.
Everybody's evenings, we all have busy evenings.
Yeah.
Things come up. You have busy evenings with schedules, so maybe this is something to definitely think about for sure. But we wanted to make it look a little more professional. Like I said, I watch a lot of podcasts, as does Cliff and Paul. We do watch a lot, and
I watch a massive amount.
What's your favorite? What's your podcast of the? What's your podcast du jour?
I don't, Paulie. I don't really have a favorite per se.
No. Yeah.
Somewhere I listen to there's one podcast called the PBD podcast, Patrick Bet David podcast. I like that podcast because it's a panel of about 4 people. And they're all very, very knowledgeable about world events and everything. So I like to watch that in the mornings, kind of catch up on what's going on in the world. And then after that, I like the Huberman podcast. He is a neuroscientist, Stanford neuroscientist, professor, a professor of neuroscience, I should say. Watch him. He's a very interesting guy. He talks about everything to do with neuroscience and health and the human body. And you name it, he talks about it. There's another podcast I like to watch called The Diary of a CEO. And basically it has nothing to do with him being the CEO, but he's the CEO of the company and he interviews people. I watch Rogan sometimes. I like podcasts. I like long form podcasts because, for instance, let's say pick somebody who's not controversial, like Huberman, let's say. So he's a Stanford, he's a professor of neuroscience at Stanford. So you could listen to him and you could be fascinated by everything that he knows. But what's really interesting is he'll have a guest on, and now you're getting a very intelligent guy asking very intelligent questions from other very intelligent people. So all of a sudden now you have, as far as I'm concerned, your learning is exponentially it's exponential learning. I like that. So, and it's the same thing with any of these, even the controversial figures. Like if you watch a Joe Rogan, if you watch a Joe Rogan podcast, you can watch Joe Rogan if you want and listen to him, but he doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't have a lot to say per se, because what he does is he interviews other people. You don't have to agree with the opinion.
He's an enabler. That's what he is. He's an enabler.
You don't have to agree with the person. You just need to listen. So I like people that interview other people. I like those podcasts because I don't have the opportunity. Like so if you get, let's say, Huberman was on was on Diary of a CEO. That's that podcast. Now, I don't have an opportunity to ask Professor Huberman questions. I don't have that opportunity.
Right.
But when I listen to this dude interview him, if it's an intelligent interviewer, then they ask good questions.
Right. And
right? So I like podcasts like that. I like to keep up.
It's representative. So these people that are on, you feel as though they're representative of how you feel?
No, I feel it's representative of the curiosity that I have.
Gotcha. Right. Gotcha.
Of the questions that I would ask.
Gotcha.
Right? So, like if you listen to the Patrick Bet David podcast, it's all about politics and what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily agree with everything that is said on there, but I like the perspectives, right? So
that's part of a podcast, right? You don't have to agree with everything.
You don't have to agree with everything. Right?
If you agreed with everything, then why watch it?
It'd be boring.
It'd be boring.
Life would be boring if everybody had the same opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
Now, we can't have an opinion on facts. There are certain facts that are irrefutable.
Facts are facts.
Yeah.
Right? But I tell you what, though, you listen to a Stanford professor of neuroscience. I don't have the wherewithal. I don't have the finance. I don't have the time to ever go to Stanford and listen to this dude.
Yeah.
But I can sit down in my home, make myself a cup of coffee, and watch a 2.5-hour podcast with two intelligent minds having a great conversation.
And if I could
what a great world we live in.
If I could piggyback on Cliff, we kind of hope that that's what's going to happen here. We kind of hope that, and again, we haven't decided.
Okay, but Podlie, I said we need intelligent people, buddy.
Well, there.
So that is that
I take my leave.
That excludes the three of us.
But we kind of hope that that's what's going to happen here. So to your point, on a Saturday morning, you know what, guys? Grab a coffee, grab an Eggo, and
an Eggo,
Lego the Eggo. What about you? What's your your podcast?
Again, I'm kind of like Cliff. I do like podcasts where people are interviewed. I like I do watch a lot of technical podcasts. I do like a lot of tech stuff and just kind of see what's happening and what's new and how things are together. So I watch that. I watch different podcasts on different science type based podcasts I like as well. Anything to do with our universe and space and things like that. So things along that line, and like as I was kind of alluding to at the very beginning before we got into discussion of what podcasts we like is when I view podcasts, I also view them thinking of ours. And, I saw when you see podcasts and they're doing multiple camera and switching and it looks so professional, and we were obviously just doing single camera before.
Right.
So now having the ability to do this, just, to add to it, it makes it look a little more professional to watch for you at home. And again, I'm just curious, are there any comments, James? Has anybody said anything about?
Oh,
that's awesome.
So they vote for Saturday.
Probably works. And have they said anything about the cameras? About having the switch? And so what about you, Paul? I know obviously we're all music lovers. So do you prefer like podcasts that have to do with music, or is there certain things you prefer to watch?
I don't watch podcasts.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't listen to podcasts. I'm a conventional radio guy because, well, I'm in radio and I gotta keep my job. And I'm a music
What is
guy.
Listening to a podcast affect your job, though?
Well, it doesn't. You know what? I'm either in the car or
I see comments now.
Work or hey, look at that.
How we can enlarge them.
I'm a music guy, so I'm kind of I'm at home doing chores, listening to music or stuff like that.
Oh, that's because we're watching the YouTube channel. So when we watched it, this is the actual YouTube feed. I'm sorry that we're seeing in our display. When we watch it here, there's that little bit of a delay. I was trying to why is there a little bit of delay while I'm talking? But we're actually seeing the YouTube feed right now, not the actual live stream feed that we normally watch. He's just showing us, James is trying to show us some of the comments here. There's lots. Wow. Surprised how many comments.
Well done, friends. Thank you so much for this. This is awesome.
Oh, and look, I got it on my phone right now watching the Podlie podcast as well.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at some of the comments that show up here. I never thought of looking at it on my phone while I'm doing this. But,
we'll get it fixed so we can physically see it. But
yeah. So Leslie says 200th episode is 2 hours. No less than. Most people will thank you that it's not.
Yeah.
And
we had talked about that, but no.
I just saw Amy. She said she loved podcasts. She loves podcasts about anatomy and physiology and the explanation of how every little bit of our body works, and find them on the podcast app on iPhone. Absolutely, Amy. I love stuff like that too. I that's another one of my interests is I like to watch health. podcasts about health and the inner workings of the body. I like that, so I find that interesting. I know Leslie Ann watches some podcasts about art. Her and I were joking that we know nothing about art, so because we don't. But what we like to do is we'll sit down. I know we watch this one program called A Picture in 15 Minutes or something. I can't remember the exact word, but they'll take, let's say, I don't know. Let's say, for argument's sake, Van Gogh's Starry Night.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you about the painting, and art professors will talk about
that.
it.
That's great.
That.
And so I might not know anything about art, but now I can sort of satisfy a little bit of my curiosity as it pertains to.
And I'd like to,
for sure.
I'd like to know too. Oh, sorry, guys. I'd like to know too. And you both would definitely have an opinion on this, but to the people watching today, I'd like to know: do you guys gravitate towards podcasts that week in, week out talk about the same topic, or do you like different topics week in and week out?
Because you're listening to different podcasts.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Are you married to just one podcast with one topic, or are you married to one podcast because it's the same host, but every week they're talking about a different topic?
And that's what I was talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about earlier, right?
Yeah.
So most of the podcasts I watch are not about single topics. I would get very bored very fast.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like podcasts. I like long form podcasts. There's something that's very interesting to me. Right. Or I guess maybe interesting to anybody. I don't know. But I don't like sound bites. I'm not a sound bite person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To me, most sound bites are propaganda. That's all they are.
Yeah.
But if you sit down with somebody for a 2.5 hour unedited live conversation, and you just post that online,
can look at the whites of their eyes.
Okay, I'm telling you something. If you want to get to know somebody, right? And because right now in our world, this is the only thing political I'll say. Right now in our world, most people have an opinion of somebody based on what somebody told them. Mm-hmm. So they say, you don't like Carney, or you don't like Trudeau, and you don't like these people for reasons not of your own, but because somebody told you that they're not nice people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nature of our current world. What I'm saying is, if you put Carney on a 2.5 hour podcast, or you put what's his opponent dude name? Podlie on a 2.5 hour podcast, live, a discussion, and then you post it unedited. Mm-hmm. I think that is interesting, because then I can actually listen to this whole person as opposed to sound bites. Yeah. I can listen to everything what Carney thinks, and I can listen to everything what Polyev thinks. And then I can make up my own mind as an intelligent individual, and I don't have to have a newscaster tell me what to think.
It's funny.
Sorry about a quick interruption here, but I just wanted to notice, and I saw James pointing out, so we have a first timer today. So Tara May is tuned in. So I just wanted to point that out really quick, and we can continue with our discussion. Also, Deborah Hughes-Gar is back. She says, will there be guitars, dancing, pottery?
Deborah!
So it's nice to see all you people.
Virtual reality, Deb. Virtual reality.
This is great, you guys. Thanks for showing up. It's awesome.
Love it. Love it.
Another Amy says she likes different podcasts to keep things interesting, different topics, Podlie, to your point. So anyway, just to complete what I was saying, I like long form form podcasts because I don't think anybody can lie for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like to sit down with somebody, or watch somebody sitting down with somebody, and you talk to them for 2 hours, 3 hours. That's one of the reasons why I like the Rogan show, for instance.
Yeah.
He'll talk to somebody for 3 hours, and he won't edit anything. It's just posted as it is. So then I get a chance. It's like me talking to this person for 3 hours. And I'm like, in 3 hours, I can make up my own mind of what I think about a person. I don't need some newscaster to tell me what to think.
A friend asked me this morning. I was talking to her, and she knows that we're on for an hour and 200 episodes. Yeah. She asked me, she said, do you get nervous? You're going to be nervous? Are you going to be nervous? Mm-hmm. What about you guys? You going to be nervous? This is me. And this is I've been blessed with being in front of the microphone for years. I've been blessed with hosting for years. I've been blessed with acting for years. I've been blessed with being, so I do not get, do you ever get nervous? This is me, you know.
I don't for before, like doing our I don't get nervous before we do our podcast. When it comes to, acting, whether it be on especially stage work, I always get the butterflies, but I always think if you don't get nervous before you go on stage, then you're not ready to go, because the nervousness makes you're sharp mentally, you're sharp and ready to go.
But I think those butterflies are more anticipation that they are nerves, I think.
Well, it's yeah, I think again it's just making sure that you're completely sharp as well. Because if you're backstage, for an example, and you're doing a show and you're too relaxed and you don't have those butterflies, then you tend to go on and you don't have a good show. Either you mess something up, or you're mentally not sharp, and you miss a line or whatever.
100%.
So
100%. I think in a certain way you always have to have a little glimmer of doubt in your performance and in your in your day, in your goings on.
Here I don't have any nervousness coming on to do the Podlie. You?
No, no, I don't have any nervousness. The only thing I'm sometimes nervous about is I have no filter when it comes to what I think. If somebody asks me what I think, I have a very difficult time framing my answer in any politically correct way.
But sorry, by the way, if you remember, somebody's pointed out what time of the podcast is it, Cliff?
Oh, I forgot all about that, Jamie.
Yeah, I had to say it, Jamie.
I had to. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, I had to say it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the middle of the podcast.
Or good morning and welcome to the
good
middle
morning.
of the podcast.
This is such a funny thing, right? So, anybody who's new on here, God knows how many podcasts ago, something came up and I said that, and it's not mine. I stole it from Monty Python, I think. And where he says, "Good afternoon, welcome to the middle of the film." And so I said that one time in the podcast, "Good evening and welcome to the middle of the podcast."
Yeah.
And it stuck. So I totally forgot about that. Completely 100% forgot about that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I noticed that Nicole was asking for something particular.
Oh,
what is today?
What
is today?
Saturday. It's a Saturday. That's what Saturday. Podlie likes that.
It's for all the children in the room. That's what that is. It's for all the children in the room.
And by the way, thanks for all the hearts. Everybody's
thanks for all that.
The hearts.
So that's the only thing that I get maybe nervous about, is that I don't really have a filter. And if somebody asks me a question, I tend to normally answer exactly how I feel. And I guess how I feel in this moment might not be how I feel a week from now.
Yeah.
Right. So I worry that people will misinterpret what I'm saying as though I'm being whatever, right? And if I say something that, like, if I like a policy, they think, "Oh my God, he's a Trump lover," or "Oh my God, he's a Trudeau lover," or whatever. People just decide that you're this terrible person, right? So one of my nervousness is to say that if people ask me something, I tend to just say what I think,
what you feel,
I feel, and it's not necessarily good, bad, ugly. It might not be what I feel.
It's not edited.
No. And I might not feel what I feel 30 minutes from now. I might change my mind, right? Intelligence allows
no edits, no filters here, my friends.
Right? No, but I mean, you know what I mean, right? Intelligence allows for a change of mind. So I might say something, and then 2 minutes later, somebody might tell me something. I'm like, "Oh, I never thought of that." Right? So I'm a little bit afraid of that. I'm a little bit afraid of getting judged that way. But
and that's the thing. Like, our podcast obviously is live to you. It's not edited. And even the recorded version that you'll see that's on YouTube, we leave it that way.
Yeah.
Like we don't go in and make any changes or anything like that. And those types of podcasts, I don't like, because maybe, why edit them? What are you taking out?
Yeah, what are you cutting?
Yeah, like what is there? Maybe somebody made a little mistake on the mic, or blundered a word, or didn't pronounce something correctly, or whatever. But so what? You're live.
It's real life,
man. It's real life. We're not all perfect. We're not editing a film here or anything.
I got to tell you, this is one of the favorite things that I love about this. Is to your point? This is real life. This is who we are. It's who we are.
Life, right? And then good, bad too, right? I mean, I might spew some opinion that you might not like, or you might not share, and that's okay. I might spew a different opinion tomorrow when I get new information. I don't know, right? So my fear and my I guess my sort of request from people is to not judge, based on 2 words. Take we have 199 episodes. Maybe go like that's a lot of us out there, right? That's a lot of who we are out there. So in terms of that, I think that's kind of the only thing that worries me a little bit is that. And that's why I get maybe a little bit nervous. But then the moment I start talking, if somebody asks me a question, I can't stop. I just
Sharon says, I just connected phone and TV. Should I be scared?
You might want to be Sharon. No, I'm kidding. Okay,
be
well,
afraid.
See how
be
easy
very,
it is?
very
It's
afraid.
Easy. It's easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. So once you get the hang of it, you guys, and you sit down in your living room to watch this, connect your phone. You can comment right from your phone. So
and Tara May, who's a first timer, has a comment here, which is interesting. So I'm not familiar with this. One podcast, one podcast I watch can be 7 hours long, and it's engaging the whole time, which is tricky. So which podcast are you watching that can be 7 hours long? I'm curious about that.
Yeah, anybody who can be engaged. I mean, hey, I watch some podcasts that I cannot stop watching. That's like 4 hours. I watched a podcast between.
Like, are we talking like an hour long podcast, but we're binging it and we're watching?
No. I'm talking like the podcast was like 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Can people be interesting for 4 hours long? Straight?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? I watch Rogan.
I'm being facetious.
Hey, I watch Rogan and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is such an amazing guy.
Yeah.
Like he's such an amazing dude.
Interesting guy. Yeah.
And I started watching this podcast, and I thought it would just be like just a bunch of funny shit, right?
Yeah.
Man, oh man, I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And there's such great people to listen to, and they just basically blathered for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of Joe. There's a lot of stuff that Joe Rogan does that I don't agree with, but I like his podcast. He has some really good guests on. He's had a lot of really good musical guests on. Got a great interview with James Hetfield from Metallica on there, and he's got yeah.
And he's had some great medical people on there to listen to. He said, I mean, Harvard professionals on there. So I like that, what I was saying earlier, right, Paulie?
Yeah.
I like that because you get to hear these people where in 10 years ago, you'd never be able to. I mean, I could never go to a Stanford University professor's lecture.
Yeah.
And now I get to watch, Huberman, who's a Stanford professor of neuroscience. I mean, who wouldn't want to listen to this guy?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And I like to listen to him free.
So Tara May says the name is Deconstruction Zone.
Oh,
it's a debate with different folks who call in, apparently.
Oh, I love it.
That's kind of cool.
Thanks you. That's appreciate that. That's really.
I'm looking for that.
Because actually, when you
comment.
say that and thinking about radio, Paul, back in the day when radio was in its huge heyday, right? And we all know, and being in that market, that the broadcast market has completely flipped.
Gone. Eh?
It's a tough market.
Well, it's almost non-existent now.
Yeah. So having said all that, back in the day, there was a lot of radio stations that had talk shows. And what I mean by talk shows is like there's certain stations in Edmonton, and I won't mention names, that do a lot of talk shows and things like that, but they're not like the old call-in shows. There's no call-in shows per se anymore, where that's where the whole show is a call-in show. You have shows that might have.
Can you think of one? I can't think of one, Bill.
We're going to open the lines here for 5 minutes, kind of thing, right? That's for 5 minutes. But there used to be shows, that were. That's all it was a call-in show. They might have a topic and phone call. They'd phone in.
Some of them were so controversial.
Some of them were controversial. And there were some radio hosts that, man, if you disagreed for 2 seconds, click. You
remember Wiseback?
They would disconnect you as soon as you disagreed for 2 seconds. So there is nothing like that anymore, really.
Yeah, there isn't. Yeah.
So yeah,
maybe it's worth bringing back.
Maybe.
Maybe. So yeah. Nicole says, thank you, boys, for the Saturday shout out. I got to say, it's all starting to shop. We're all starting to shop local to Terrace. I love listening to locals.
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, we
That's
are.
Awesome,
That's
Nicole.
awesome.
We are
Nicole.
local. We are local.
That's awesome. I'm just gonna re-mention what she said. I've got to say, we're all starting to shop local. Is that true? Are we all starting to shop local?
Not from my perspective, unfortunately.
You know what? That's a really interesting comment. Yeah. I try, Nicole. I really do. I try.
I try as well, but I have to say that it's not 100% local as much as I would.
Not. I try my best, and then for all of my sort of personal needs, yes.
Yeah, and even the company that I work for, because of the type of the nature of the business that we're in, we can't, obviously not everything we get can be Canadian.
Yeah,
that's just the nature of the beast, right? So
I have people 4 minutes away from my office down on White Avenue.
Yeah,
that deal with American companies.
Yeah,
$2.7 billion American companies.
Yeah,
and the same people might be doing local business
Mm-hmm.
or trying to promote local business, but they, for some odd reason, that's a deal. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a lot of talk about it. And here's one of those times where you ask me my opinion and I tell you. I see a lot of talk.
I don't remember asking for his opinion.
Yeah, well,
we're getting it.
You just asked me.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah, so I see a lot of people talking about it. I don't necessarily see as much evidence of it. Is that a truth? That's about as truthful as I can be.
Yeah. I agreed.
And myself included.
Yeah.
I have an Amazon Prime account, so I'm not excluding me from it.
I try. I think if I knew more about local companies, if I knew more about, now of course you can research and you can, and this, that, and the other thing, and I just worry so much, convenience. I got to go now, and I got to get it done now, and I got to get, right now. If I actually was a little bit more informed, then I'd be all over it. To your Cliff, I was in your neck of the woods. I got a shout out. This is really cool. I was in your neck of the woods. Leduc Coffee Company. You ever been there?
Yeah.
What a great place.
Oh yeah, nice place.
That place is
What
a
do they
great
sell there?
place. That's an amazing place.
Nothing that you'd be interested in. Though.
So shout out to Leduc Coffee Company. It was a great place. Very cool.
Nothing that you would be interested in.
Don't tell me it's a coffee place. If you're brand new, like Terry, if you're a first timer, I don't drink coffee, so I take the abuse from these guys all the time.
Off.
That I don't drink coffee, but I've always then said though I don't drink coffee, but on occasion I do have like an iced coffee type drink. So I kind of break that rule.
He moves over to the dark side once in a while.
By the way, we don't have a sponsorship with Boobly or Bubbly that you're drinking.
I know.
As
I'm just showing you.
Sorry
about that. Sorry about that.
Only the can up. So if anybody in YouTube world, tunes in, no, we don't have.
Yeah, we don't. I just saw Lesley comment mentioned about that art. There. It's called. Thanks, Lesley. It's called Great Art Explained.
Yes.
Podlie. That's what I was telling you about earlier.
Okay, yeah.
Where they take a picture and they break it down.
Yeah, I love it.
I love stuff like that because I don't know.
Sorry, I'm giving a thumbs up because Tara May doesn't drink coffee.
Okay, Tara May, can you disconnect, please?
And Sharon says Cliff shouldn't drink coffee either.
Yeah. She called my wife and told me told her not to let me drink coffee on rehearsal nights.
So I want to know too why. So Lesley Ann has a crown with the number 3 beside it. Suzanne has a crown with the number 2.
So what does that mean?
You guys are. Is that because you've done the most comments here tonight? You're the top fans.
Oh, is that Suzanne?
Oh,
Suzanne.
that's
look
cool.
Who's number 1. Deborah Hughes.
Deb Hughes Gar.
Deborah.
Wow.
Suzanne, nice to see you.
I love it. That's really cool,
Sharon,
you
nice
guys.
to see you.
Yeah. James, are you Dark Lord?
James?
I'm darker than he is.
I just saw somebody that said like Dark Lord or something as their title there. No, it's not you. Sorry.
Willis.
Dark Lord Willis. It looked like you for a second in the picture. Sorry about that. Yeah. But anyway.
Boy, a lot of people that I haven't seen or talked to in a long time. It's great to see all of you.
Yeah.
And Nicole talks about going to local markets and stuff like that, and that's what she was mentioning about local. Absolutely, Nicole, I love that stuff. I don't know. Local markets are awesome.
Yeah,
they're awesome. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, and it's funny though, right? If you go to an independent coffee shop, I like that. You talked about Leduc Coffee Shop.
Great place. Wow.
I'm not a Starbucks person. Matter of fact, I sometimes make fun of Starbucks, but I'm not a Starbucks person. And if I go for coffee, unfortunately, it's either I'm a cheap coffee guy. I don't do gourmet coffees. So the only gourmet coffee I'll do is if I go and have an Americano because I like that.
Yeah.
Or if that's gourmet, I don't know if that's gourmet, but other than that, I'm literally an A&W McDonald's coffee guy.
Yeah.
But if I got to go sit down, I love to go to the independent coffee shops.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny being in. So last year at this time, I was in Europe. So I was in Paris and in Spain. And it's a funny thing. Like in Spain, I was there for a conference, and a lot of the booths, like to, they give out like coffee and stuff in the morning, but it's not. Everything was espresso.
Right.
Like everybody, if you were going to booth, it was everybody gets espresso. That's what they had. Everybody's getting espresso shots.
Shot an
So everybody
adrenaline
runs
in a
around that
cup is
conference
what
at
it
like
is.
500 miles an hour. And I was trying to figure out, why does everybody walk so fast around here? Well, it's all the espresso shots that everybody's taking. And I'm not. I'm in slow motion. Everybody's whipping by me. And I go, what's going on? I'm walking too slow.
Running through their veins.
I couldn't figure
Everybody's
that out.
hopped up on espresso, and Bill is just normal.
I'm walking along, and everybody's going by me, and I think, where's everybody going in such a rush? Did I miss the memo about a meeting or something?
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's all the espresso shots that they have. So, Laura says she doesn't have any crowns. I don't know how the crowns are determined.
Yeah, I don't know.
Laura and Deborah, coffee is life. Deborah Hughesgar, really? All the years I've known you, and now you're telling me that coffee is life, and you've got a #1 rating besides your name.
Yeah, Deb, I'm with you.
That's because she's on the side of coffee.
I'm with you, Deb. I'm with you.
Wow. You know,
Amy says Starbucks is the place where you can be stupid in 3 languages.
And hey,
that's actually an inside joke, because there's a little clip on YouTube or whatever about Starbucks, and the person goes in there and says, "You have a large coffee," and she says, "You mean a venti?" He goes, "No, I mean a large." And then he goes, and then he says, "Venti means 20 and blah blah blah," and then he says, "Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages."
Cute.
It's just a little movie clip, is what it is, but
it's funny because it's true, my friends.
I want to ask Deborah Hughesgar a question, actually, because we haven't seen her for such a long time. So Deborah Hughesgar, the time that we're on right now, does this work well for you? Is that why you're here? Because I know evenings are really tough for you, because you're always teaching classes, pottery classes, and things like that. So the reason I ask that is this a good time for you in the mornings? Second of all, if it is a good time, and that means that you're able to view us in the mornings, and this works out, that's great. Can you do a Podlie podcast coffee mug for us?
Oh.
We had one for my previous show called Arts Talk.
Deb, it'd be kind of cool if it would be very cool if we knew right now that you were watching us and listening to us from your studio, your pottery studio. I think that'd be really cool. If that's your Saturday morning habit and you're in the studio.
But I just said that really quietly.
I think that'd be great. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I just thought I put that out there really quietly
to
see if that's something that she might.
Aren't we blessed? We are blessed to have some amazing artists as friends, are we not? We're so blessed.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Cliff says
I'm blessed to have some friends as artists.
Cliff says he tells it like Laura really likes the 10 a.m. Saturdays.
Do you?
So
what about the 10 a.m. Saturdays, guys? Is that even a consideration?
I don't mind it myself.
This is our 200th episode, and we just decided to do it now because, well, for some reason, we're coming back and all.
I don't mind it.
This apparently was going to be a conversation after the podcast, but it's a conversation now.
People are bringing it up. And,
I know.
And the only thing, I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest, too much until we got it. But now as we got into it, we have so many people watching, and I'm kind of thinking, as I look back, everybody's evenings are so busy. Like everybody's evenings now, and it's just we're all doing things, right?
Yeah.
And it's tough. Like sometimes, and I realize even with sometimes with jobs, and sometimes Cliff, with your job, you have to work in the evening. All of a sudden, something comes up, and you're running at 100 miles an hour. And I know for people that are watching, it's the same thing. You're busy, and Laura, sometimes you do your karaoke, which is amazing, but sometimes you got to take off and go do it. You can't stay and watch the whole show, and things come up. So maybe
should we do a poll? Should we do an official poll and see if Saturday mornings are something that we can do?
Deborah says she loves this time.
Oh,
and she also says coffee mugs are absolutely doable. And yes, she is listening from the studio. Look at that.
Look at that.
I love that.
Call, Podlie.
She's turning her clay and her pottery, and she's listening to us. I think that's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and as I've probably told this story before, and if you haven't heard, I have lifted Deborah Hughesgar's portable pottery wheel numerous times.
Oh, have you?
Thanks, Deborah. My back is still good.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, well, she says the coffee mugs are absolutely doable. So now, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever the case may be, Deborah, I'm going to have to take back all the nice things I said about you and find nicer things to say.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have a task.
Suzanne's saying this time's way better for her, because evenings are too unpredictable.
Unpredictable, yeah.
And I think that's the operative word. Evenings are really unpredictable for me. Really unpredictable
and then
for
just
me.
the nature of the world, right?
Yeah.
Like Saturday. And what about the time frame, you guys? Is 10 o'clock too late? Is too early? Would 9:30, 9 o'clock be better? What?
Are you go to bed at that time?
Am I out of bed at that time? I wish I wasn't, but I'm still a teenager in the sleep department. Let me tell you something. I can go to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning and sleep till noon. That would be my ideal.
Oh shoot, I'm tired. I'm feeling tired now. I feel tired now.
Yeah, as I think for me, sleep wise, like I go to bed sometimes.
But you're up at 6 anyways.
I usually up at 6:30 in the morning, and it's because I jump onto my work computer, just to because I have people that across Western Canada. Most of my accounts that I have with my job are in Alberta, so it's not a big issue. But I do have some that are, and of course my head office is down east, so. For them, they're open already. But anyway,
so we got some people voting.
10 a.m. is perfect.
Sharon says 10 a.m. is perfect. Laura says 10 a.m. is good.
Leslie Ann, 10 a.m., 9:30 or 10 is great. Amy says the weekends are better for a podcast.
Up and drinking coffee at this time, 10 a.m.
Nice.
Amy says, so
again, something I hadn't really thought about. It looks like we're getting a majority. Vote here.
And Nicole says, love to have morning coffee with you guys. I'm gonna have to bring coffee though, because
you're gonna have to start drinking here. You're gonna have to start drinking coffee.
Well, I can have a coffee mug. It doesn't have to have coffee in
it. But that's cheating though.
Leslie Ann, what would you put in your coffee mug? Can you help me out here?
the magic of TV, my friend.
It's between you and I. We'll talk really quietly. What's in your coffee mug, Leslie?
How would you hydrate yourself if you had a coffee mug?
Because it's not going to be a clear coffee mug.
That's awesome.
I still find it funny. So we of course have our Ravenwood Music Club shows, and Leslie Ann quite often comes out with you, Cliff. And a lot of times, first thing she comes to me is she says, "Hi, how are you?" And we have our hug, and then she talks about having to go get hydrated. So that happens every single time, just about.
We'll have to re-explain the hydration things to you sometime.
Oh no, we got it. No, we got it. Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry about the coughing, guys. I'm just at the tail end of it, so it's good.
Yeah, no, we'll allow it this time.
There we go. Yeah, thank you. And Leslie says summer time will be sporadic for the Podlies because you all want to be available every single Saturday, and that's partly one of my concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. Now, if I get back to some motorcycle riding,
yeah,
Saturday morning becomes a really good sort of motorcycle.
I'd ride my bike here.
I was going to say, though, because if a guy goes, we normally go.
If we're doing this in the morning and it's only taking, I prefer this time on a Saturday morning in the summer, because then I've got the rest of the day to do stuff.
Yeah.
So I could ride the bike here, and as you could, and Paul, you can drive here in your car because we don't have you on a bike yet. And James doesn't ride a bike.
You say yet, I say exclamation mark.
Yeah.
And you know what? Normally, like on Saturday mornings, obviously the summer has to progress in some way, but normally when we go for our bike rides on Saturday morning, the person I ride with most often, he likes to ride early in the morning like I do. So really, I mean, if a person gets out there at 6:30 in the morning, by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, I can just roll up here in my motorcycle and
do the show, and you can roll away.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
James, what's your opinion? 10 a.m. on a Saturday, yay or nay?
He likes it. James likes it.
James likes it.
Look what Leslie Ann says there.
Whiskey in the morning. Wow. Laura says she has a big T in her coffee mug. That's her English side. Sharon says she's using a pod to make my coffee while listening to the Podlie podcast.
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of pods there, Sharon.
Love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Love it.
So anyway, so again, I'm open to it. And I realize weekends in the summer where it can be a little bit busier, but if we do it at this time, then you have the rest of your day to do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of the Goldilocks time, right?
Yeah.
And I think I wouldn't worry so much about the summer. I think we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, I think I'm down. Yeah.
You're down?
I'm down.
Get right back up again.
Yo, sup?
I'm down.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down for 10 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yo,
I just got to wake up a little bit.
Sup? I'm down.
Sup, yo.
Sup, yo? I'm down.
Well, we got about 6 minutes left. Well, time is
all right. Well, obviously, this was not any kind of a discussion podcast. This was just a podcast.
Yeah.
Kind of refreshing everybody.
Refreshing.
You haven't been here for a while.
That's right. So, and to bring the new look to the podcast, we did have some discussions, guys, whether we were going to continue back in October and November. we were wondering about whether we wanted to continue or not, and we decided that we did. So that's why the new setup over here. But in order to sort of help us out, we'd really appreciate it if you have not subscribed to the podcast yet on YouTube. Please go ahead and subscribe and click the little bell jobby thingy there. That'll tell you if we post anything. And of course, any comments that you make on this site, live or after the fact, really, really help out the algorithm, I'm told.
Yep.
So to get our name out there, obviously we'd like to grow the podcast a little bit. So if you can like and subscribe and all type of jazz and make a couple of comments on there like you're doing now, that would be certainly most appreciated.
And by the way, Leslie Ann says that whiskey in the morning. She goes, "That's not me," with multiple exclamation marks. She said that was a song that our performer at our last music club performed.
Oh, sure, Leslie.
Now she says music clug. So that like
clug.
But anyway, look at all the emojis we've got coming in here. So and one of the things that we did talk about too, and we got a couple minutes left as we got together and met, was maybe, and we've talked about doing this before, but we're looking at maybe making this more of a hopefully a regular thing as we move forth in 2026. But maybe having one podcast where we do have a guest on, whether they're in studio with us and here live, and we whether that guest is, we were throwing all sorts of stuff around, whether it's a psychologist or whether it's somebody in business, or maybe it's a musician, or maybe it's somebody in sports. I don't know. Whatever. Having a guest, right?
Yeah. Maybe somebody to convince Bill to drink coffee. Like, why don't you drink coffee, Bill?
I don't think we're looking so much,
maybe
200th episode. Oh, that's a good idea. We know a couple. We know a couple. Again, I don't think this is so much. I don't think this is so much 200th episode a reinvention of the Podlie podcast. Nope. I just think we're looking for
growing it.
We're looking for growth, my friends. Yeah. So this is not a reinvention. You're going to get the same as you had the first 199 times, but we're just looking to grow it.
And Jamie says she missed your face.
Yeah, so sweet, James. Jamie's. Hey, listen. And the other thing is, if you don't know, if you're new, obviously we have a bunch of podcasts on there already, and if you go to the YouTube page, if you click videos, it doesn't show up for some reason. You have to click live. Then all the videos show up, and then you'll see that we've done a whole smack ton of them.
I think it's because it is a full live stream, so YouTube looks at it that way. It throws it in under its live tab.
Yeah, so it's not under the video tab; it's under the live tab. Yeah, and we've had some interesting podcasts, and we've had some funny podcasts.
Yeah, we've had it's very serious.
And some very serious podcasts. So we've kind of touched on many different topics, and I was talking earlier about opinions and whatnot. We all have our own opinions, and some change and some don't, and so on and so forth. So, hey, even if I listen to some podcasts from our beginning episodes, I might disagree with myself. I don't know.
For sure. And Deborah Hughes Gar says, with the number 1 crown beside her, glad you're all back. Looking forward to Saturday morning fun stuff and shenanigans.
I like shenanigans. Yeah. So maybe we can take the cameras over to the stove, and we can, I don't know, fire up some eggs or something.
Fire up some shenanigans.
Some shenanigans. Yeah. Maybe we have some eggs.
Yeah. And if we're into so we're actually in the location, the building that Chai and I have. It's our nonprofit business location, but we may actually move to a different room in this location, actually, which is a little bit bigger. I do like this spot, but we'd have a little more flexibility in how we lay things out. So we might still be in this building, and it's nice having a producer / switcher, because he just let me know there's 2 minutes left. He was just giving me the finger. But it was 2 fingers. Anyway, but we might be in a different room next time here, but the location works out well.
One more than I usually get.
We have great internet here, so our speeds are amazing. So we should never have any glitches on the internet and things like that. So anyway, guys, it's been fun. It's fun to be back, and we will throw a note up on the Facebook page. We'll have a little discussion as soon as we're done here. But it's sounding like Saturday mornings are going to be the way to go.
And a quick thank you to everybody.
Yeah,
really
100%. Yeah.
Like, again, I can't believe how many people are watching.
Yeah,
like
that's
said,
so great. You guys.
More watching than we've had. And that's awesome to see. So we're looking forward to seeing. Amy says we're always full of shenanigans. Amy, we are completely serious all the time. So I wish you wouldn't point that out.
Suzanne says, seriously silly. I like that.
At the end of the day,
yes.
my friends, life gets really busy. We'd love to see you guys here. And I mean, it sounds like it might be, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. I get it. I can't see a lot of you. I haven't seen a lot of you. I'd love to see you guys.
Take an hour out of your day and watch the
please
Podlie
do. It'd be great. It would be awesome.
Cliff said,
yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, all.
Yeah.
Well, have a great week. We can say that again.
That's
and
right.
hopefully you enjoyed the new look and the new feel. And
so like the podcast on YouTube, but of course on Facebook as well. Because the page is
Facebook page will always be there,
for
comments, etc. And but watch us on YouTube
and stay tuned.
All right, everybody, have a great week.
Thank you so much.
See y'all. Bye. Take care.